Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would just do a little Christmas Eve get ready with me, and I did this look right here, something a little bit different, not just your kind of bold lip and simple gold eyes. So if you want to see how I got this look, then make sure to just keep watching. So we're just going to start with the brows. I don't normally do my brows on camera, but since this was a get ready with me, I was like, why not? And I always use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Granite. I did used to use Ebony, but I just found that it wasn't actually dark enough, so I do go for like the darkest shade. And I'm kind of just mapping out where I want the brows to go. This was actually a tip that Anastasia mentions herself, that you kind of need to go to the side of your nose, and that's how far in your brow should go. And then obviously once you put it at an angle, that should be where the highest point of your brow is, and then also the end of your brow as well, as you saw me doing right there. And now I'm just kind of filling in really, really lightly. I do it like a little bit at a time, trying to do like hair strokes and stuff like that. And always make sure to brush them through. And then I'm just going to start by prepping my skin with my Elemis Superfood Nourishing Oil. I just like this as a kind of base. I don't tend to use many primers anymore, I just kind of use this. Moving on to foundation, I'm going to start with my Flawless Stick Foundation from Anastasia. This is in the shade Warm Ivory. So I just basically chuck that all over my face, and then I take this Iconic London flat kabuki brush and just blend it all in with that, and it's super quick and easy doing it this way. And then because I do like a little bit more coverage and a bit more of a dewy finish, I do go in with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation in the shade 4 as well. You can just see I pump it on the back of my hand and then blend it in with my damp sponge. This is just my Real Techniques one. I don't know where my beauty blender was. It was probably dirty, let's be honest. And then I also cream contour also with the Anastasia stick foundation, but this time in the shade Mink. And then I'm just using this little kind of fluffy duo fibre brush, just because it blends in really quick and easy, and I just take it like straight from the tube and then straight onto my face, because no one has time around Christmas time to be like cream contouring for ages. I also take it underneath my chin as well and down my nose, just to kind of really lightly contour that nose. And don't worry, it looks crazy now, but we will obviously hit it with the concealer. This is just my Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer, and I've actually started using a little bit less concealer, and I kind of prefer the finish. Like I use a more full coverage foundation and then just a bit less concealer, and make sure to really, really blend that into the skin. And this will obviously help to just kind of blend all of that cream contour to look seamless. So I really do take my time at proper kind of pounce this into the skin, and then also use the concealer to blend in the nose contour. The next step is obviously to set all of that concealer, so I'm just taking my RCMA No Colour powder, and with my damp sponge just using that to bake the sides of my nose, but also just to set underneath the eyes. I'm actually preferring recently just using a little bit less powder. I just think it makes the skin look a little bit more dewy. And then just to add to that, I'm going to take these illuminating drops from Cover FX. This is in the shade Moonlight, and I'm obsessed with these. Like, look how intense and crazy they are. Like, I swear, if I don't use these, it just doesn't look as good. So I'm just taking that round a kind of C shape on my cheekbones, and I take it down the nose as well, just using my finger. And then after this, we're just going to pop straight into the eyes. So I'm going to take the shades Silk Cream and MFEO from the Jaclyn Hill palette with a little fluffy brush from Iconic London, and just popping that in the crease, like nothing special. And then I'm also going to take a mixture of Jacks and Hunts, which are these kind of deeper reddy shades, and then a little Morphe brush. Is just like a fluffy one. Well, it's a more kind of precise fluffy one, and I'm just popping that in the outer corner and into the crease as well, and I just build this up quite slowly. And then at this point, I just really wanted it to be a little bit sharp on the outer corner, so I popped a bit of powder just to make sure that nothing runs over. This is actually a tip from Jaclyn herself. Then for the lid, I'm just going to take this beautiful kind of bronzy copper shade called Firework from the palette, and just a little kind of precise brush. And these shades are ridiculously pigmented, they're like insane. And then I'm going to take a little bit of chip on that same precise fluffy brush and popping that in the outer corner just to deepen up a little bit. Then wiping away that bake, you can see it just left a really nice kind of clean outer corner. And then I'm just going to go straight onto the lower lash line because our face is already done. Just using the same Hunts and Jacks shade with a little fluffy pencil brush, and then using a small fluffy brush, I'm just going to take the two transition shades that we used, Silk Cream and MFEO, and just blend that out a little bit underneath. And then for the inner corner, I really wanted to use Obsessed. It's a really nice kind of bright shimmer shade in the palette. And then for lashes, I'm just sticking with my Iconic Lights from House of Lashes. I'm absolutely obsessed with these, like they look so good, and especially if you're not using any eyeliner. And then for bronzer, I'm just taking this little mini Laguna bronzer from Nars. It's so cute. I got it in one of the little like free Sephora packs, you know, when you have like so many points because you spend far too much money on makeup. And I'm just popping that in all the areas that we cream contoured just to kind of set it. And then I do pack quite a bit down my nose, and I prefer to kind of do that and then go over with some foundation powder, which is what I'm doing right now. And then I did decide just to add a little bit face powder on top of the bronzer, just because it was looking a little bit on the patchy side. That's actually a really good tip. If it ever starts to look patchy, just put some foundation powder over the top and it should kind of blend it all out. And then I'm just taking this Strobe of Genius palette from NYX and taking a couple of the shimmer shades and using that to highlight, basically just popping that over the liquid highlight that we used, and it just makes it pop that extra bit more. Then dipping straight into my Anastasia blush palette. This is the one in the shade Peachy Love. And I'm actually going to take the two kind of mauve and pinky shades rather than the peach one this time, just because I think it matched the eyes a little bit better. And you need to be really careful with these because they're so pigmented, so I'm just popping a little bit of that on. And then I'm going to take my Huda Beauty liquid matte in the shade Flirt. I think it's Flirt or Flirty or something like that. But it's a really nice kind of deep brown shade. I just thought I'd like shake it up a little bit rather than just using a generic red. For Christmas Eve, I would use just like a nice brown shade. And I thought it matched the eyes quite well. So I'm just popping that on. These are so comfortable as well, and I just love the matte look. And then that is basically it. So we're just going to set everything in place. This is a brand new Fix Plus. Oh, it's like not camel spitting at me anymore, which is so nice. Just popping plenty of that on and letting that dry. And then that is it for this look, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this quick little get ready with me, and I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!